Hi guys, welcome to Popcorn and Gore Gothic Grindhouse. We're going over some of my horror collection for 2023. This will be the collection haul for my double features watch list. As y'all know, I'm a Night of the Living Dead huge fan. I just want to go over uh, my shelf that I had pretty much reset up, and I'm going to do a double features tour of some of the lineups that I do have and how I lined them up, and what features are pretty much rolling for 2023. So this will be my upgraded shelf. So since I got everything already all set up, and everybody all know that Night of the Living Dead is my ultimate favorite movie, and George Romero is my favorite film director. So we'll be going over briefly some of the lineup that I do have set up for this particular shelf, since I got everything all pretty much dusted off and lined up. And we'll be going over some features. So guys, thank y'all for checking out my channel, and as always, click that like button and subscribe to my channel if you like what I do. And let's get into it, guys. So, alright guys, welcome to Popcorn and Gore Gothic Grindhouse. We're going to start off with my favorite director, horror films, and it's the guy who pretty much got me into making films for myself, because I'm also an independent film director, and in the process of filming my own first feature. It's called Uncharted. And just want to give credit to the one who made it all happen for me, George A. Romero. And we're going to get into some featured films that I do have rolling for my double featured wheel. So y'all guys, don't forget, click that like button and subscribe if you like what I do. And click that notification bell so that way you get notified anytime I do a video. So let's get right into it, guys. So we have the Cretin collection, Night of the Living Dead, which is one of my favorites. And I'm pretty much a fan of the whole entire cast. Of course, you know, Barbara and Ben and Tommy and just about everyone pretty much came together to make this film pretty much happen. And shout out to Russ Striner and George A. Romero for giving me the inspiration to do what I do. And I'm going to start off with the Cretin collection, and do a pretty much review on some of the features that I pretty much have already lined up. So I like some of the artwork that they do have on the box too also. It's pretty badass. So it's one of my favorites. And they do also have the trailers and commentary and all sorts of bonus features on this disc too also, for your fans who are really into the Night of the Living Dead like I am. And I thought it was pretty badass that they did that. So I kind of switched it around because I took out this one, so I added another one inside. So I added the 50th anniversary inside of here, because I have another one that I do have already set up. So guys, this is that other Night of the Living Dead that I have already set up. This is the 50th anniversary. Another one of my favorites that I do have rolling. Pretty awesome. And next up, we have the 1990s cut by Tom Savini, Night of the Living Dead. And this one stars Patricia Tallman and guy who plays Ben. I think his name, I keep forgetting his name anyway, but he played Candyman. So it was pretty badass. And next up, got the complete series of Tales from the Dark Side. Not on my to-go-to watch. Plus, I always got something going on here anyway. It's pretty much badass. And then and plus I like the way how they did all the scripts, and everybody had their hand in writing some of the episodes for this entire collection. But this is a must-have in your collection from 2023 watch list haul. And thank y'all guys for giving me massive reviews on the last stuff. So if y'all guys go back and check out my last reviews for 2023 and beyond, where I premiered my all-time double featured list with my Mill Creek Entertainment collection. So y'all guys take a look at that. And next up we have Creepshow 2. Another one of my favorites too also. Beautifully done. And I also do have part 1 too also. And I'll be upgrading that on Blu-ray too. Alright, so I believe next up we're going to be on this side. So, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. I remember seeing this for the first time. It was totally badass. I remember seeing this on this channel. It was an internet channel, and it came on. Actually, it came on with some other features too. But I was like, man, let me check this thing out. And I got into it, and I was like, wow, this is really, really nice. And I like how they made a story out of it, and made it where you're going to see some sort of reincarnation happen, and it didn't work out as well as they did, and they kind of like pissed off the dead people, and and it just turned up into a huge mess, and then they took the guy over, which is the guy you see that's on the front cover, and sort of made a fool of him, and started to play with him in the bed and do all kinds of good, crazy shit to him, until his friends dropped in, and then they screamed and screamed and screamed. And they were having such a good time, but somebody should have told them that children shouldn't play with dead things. Yeah. A fucking badass feature right here. And it's newly restored. Because when I saw it, it was very aged, and because I like old vintage aged films anyway. I like it when the lines are in it. I like it original from the wheel, because that's what I run in here. I run original stuff. So if it's fucked up, I like it. And I was like, well, maybe later on I get a chance to upgrade it. Okay, let me go ahead and upgrade it to Blu-ray. And I'm kind of pissed because I didn't get this on VHS when it came out. That was the crazy part about it, because it's like I just ended up getting it on, seeing it online. And then when it came out, I was like, that's it. I want to get it in the highest quality possible. Because they were offering that it was newly restored. So that kind of worked out for me, that they really did do that. And I believe it has all the bonus features and all the other good stuff that's inside here too, that lets you know about the director and sort of the location and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, children shouldn't play with dead things. And next up, we have Anthropophagus, a.k.a. the Grim Reaper, a.k.a. the Savage Island. Another one of my favorites too also. It's about Severin. I'll be ordering some more about Severin too also. I have another list that I had composed, and I have to go ahead and pretty much knock them off too also. But y'all guys seen my last review on that. That's what all that's coming from, Severin. Then I'm going to bounce back to horror and finish collecting up the rest that I supposed to have for this particular collection. But I do have a lot of them, so I don't really need that much of it. I just have to do my 70s stuff for sex exploitation. So that's what I was working on. But I decided to do a wheel because I decided to go back to horror stuff. One of my favorite, Anthropopithecus. All right, so next up we have Burial Ground, and this is the slipcover for it too also. Another one of my favorites. It's beautifully done by Severin. And the jacket looks the same as the slipcover too also, so all it does is it has that, it has the embossed lettering on it. It's not too much too special on it. And it does have the reversible artwork. I did reverse it around, so I actually put this on there because at first I had the reversible artwork for this one on here. Let me show you guys which one that I did have. Okay. That's the slipcover I had on there the first time. And it was pretty nice. So I reversed the cover around and added this one on it. Wasn't bad. Nicely done. One of my favorites too also, I believe Andrea Blanchie. This is her re-edition of Zombies 2, I believe. Excellent job by Severin by putting this out and making it an excellent transfer. So these are my favorite gory films, guys, that I'm showing y'all now. And I added some throw pillows too, which y'all guys see behind me, which is part of the stock too also. And this is just a slipcover that I did have on top of it, so it was pretty cool. And what a creepy kid this kid here too also. She goes, Michael! Michael's running around. You don't love me anymore. And he's fucking in love with his mother. It was sick, but I thought it was weird because it added a little bit of breakup to the movie. Because normally when you have a movie and you kind of like introduce several series of events that's happening at the same time, because not only are the zombies out there banging on the door, but he's like in another land, like he's in love with his mom. And then she's trying to protect him from the zombies, and then he's trying to get at her titty. It's like it's so much stuff going on. Brilliant director. Andrea Blanchie. Also, we have Zombie, which is a reversible cover too also. It's beautifully done by Blue Underground. It has the embossed zombie on the front. This is another one of my favorites too also. I normally run all these back to back, so this is what I'm pulling them out almost on the same wheel of how I run them. And this is also another badass feature that I do have. I do like Fulci's films. I mean, I pretty much have all of his films besides The Beyond, which I'll get that next. Zombie. And along with the same featurette, I'm going to add more to this too also. I'm going to be adding some more features to this one. I'm going to add Mad Doctor of Blood Island, I Drink Your Blood, The Blood Drinkers, I Eat Your Skin, and Cannibal Holocaust, which I do have on ROM. I just have to just buy a Blu-ray for it, because I actually have it on my computer. But I do have that. And I do also have several other films too also. So I've been transpiring during the time where I had them on my hard drive. And because at first none of this media was out. It was kind of like, you had to get it when you see it. And then it was gone for a while. Then all of a sudden media made a huge comeback. So I decided to just order all the rest of them now and then get them all back on Blu-ray. So I had all these for a while. I'm just doing a review on which my watch list is, and to upgrade this collection. So I'll be adding Mad Doctor, Blood Island, and the Blood Drinkers, and all the rest of them to this particular feature. So yeah, because at first I was always a zombie guy at first. So zombie. All right, so next up we have City of the Living Dead, beautifully done by Fulci. It's put out through Blue Underground. One of my favorites too also. City of the Living Dead. It's like you gotta have this too also. Now the only one I don't have is I think it's it'll come to me in a minute, but I don't have that one. But I do have this one. And then next we have our Herschel Gordon Lewis, Bluffies. And this is beautifully done by Earl. I also have the special edition contents too also inside, and it also contains Blu-ray and DVD. So it's just like a combo pack. And it's reversible also. Reversible artwork. Beautifully done. I believe that's the original poster too also of Blood Feast. Under this disc here, which would be the DVD. So this one is the original poster work for Bluffies. For reversible artwork. I like the first one, so I never did reverse it. So we got Bluffies. Have you ever had an Egyptian feast, Mrs. Fremont? All right, so next up, we have The Wizard of Gore, The Amazing Montag. Beautifully done by Earl. And this is also a combo pack. And inside, I just made a copy. I'm sorry, this is a single. It's just reversible artwork. What I did was I made my own copy of the Cannibal Girls, because I suppose I had upgraded to that. So what I did is I just burned my own copy to it. Because like I said, I got a lot of films on my hard drive, and I can just literally make my own copy. So yeah, this is the Cannibal Girls, and I normally run these two together. So this is why I have them together as a double feature. It's almost like when I did another double feature the week before last. I did Maniac and I did The Undertaker, both together. So yeah, I'm known for doing double features in here. So yeah, Wizard of Gore and the Go-Go Girls. My ultimate favorite featurette. Amazing Montag. Alright, so next up we have Demons 1, which is my favorite, and this is also a combo pack too also. And to the Storm Metal Party, which is my favorite. And I roll this every Halloween, and I have it hooked up with Night of the Creeps and several others. So yeah, Night of the Demons. my favorites. And I remember I had this on VHS. I mean, when it first came out, I went to Earl's and I rented it from the video store. I was like, holy shit, this film fucking rocks. Night of the Demons. And then when Night of the Demons 2 came out, and just on another party, won't you come? And I'm quite sure if we try, we can get Jay Hard again. Shit was crazy. I loved it. Night of the Demons 2. And they're serving devil's cake. I think we just skipped the cake. Bah. And next up, we have Flesh for the Beast. And inside of here, I also have Father's Day, because I normally roll them back to back as a double feature. It's another one of my favorites too also. And plus I like the mansion. Wilford Butler. And this mansion actually is a tourist attraction too also. So it's kind of badass. Flesh for the Beast. I believe this is the unrated edition. Yeah, this is the unrated edition. Pretty badass. And it comes with all the bonus features and everything else. And you get to meet all the sisters and all that kind of good stuff. Well, the girls. This is my favorite feature also. Of course, you know, I kind of reversed the cover artwork on it. This Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I like that shot of that ass because she was always gorgeous in that particular shot. So I kind of reversed it. And just do that shot of that ass on there. Because I thought that Toby really did it up really good when he grabbed up and he had her by the door. And he was taking her into the area where he was about to put her on the hook. I thought that was totally badass because it was like, you know, you really felt that, you know, she was struggling for her life. And when she lands on the hook, it's like you could feel that she was on the hook. So that was good acting on her part, but you just gasp and stuff like that. So let you know that something actually penetrated your flesh and that you're just there suspended upon your own weight. So I thought she did a good job. And then outside, I thought he did a good job on capturing that low angle shot of her with that ass and just going to the house. That way it makes the house look bigger. So it's all about camera angle and lighting and stuff like that. So I thought he did a good job. So I thought that this would be a better cover shot and then to leave it this way opposed to the opposite way for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, yeah. So this became my favorite go-to shot for the artwork. And next up we have Deranged, which is another one of my favorites. Movies inspired by the old classic Ed Gein. And he did a hell of a job in this film here. It's like everything is just pretty much go-to in this particular film. And I'm glad to see that this shot only was the one that pretty much made it out of all the ones that they did have. So still to this day, guys, this is the only one that is the only movie that's pretty much likable and kind of close to the Ed Gein story. Deranged. I love you, Murray. And this guy was really, really wicked. And it has all the features too also. And all that kind of good stuff. It's Kino Lumber. So if you guys didn't get a chance to check this out, you got to check it out. Deranged. So next up is a Grindhouse double feature by S. Browning. And we have Don't Look in the Basement and Don't Open the Door. And it is a combo pack too also, Blu-ray and DVD for both. So I thought it was one of my favorite features. So yeah, totally badass, guys. And it's from the same makers from Last House on the Left. That's another thing that I liked about it. So yeah, don't open the door and don't look in the basement. And then I just pretty much made myself a copy of Father's Day, and I threw another copy in here of Zombies versus Strippers. And I just made a jacket up and just kind of put it in. And then I'll be ordering the other one because when I didn't get a chance to get this on DVD, so on Blu-ray. So once I grab it, it'll be just in its own jacket along with Zombie versus Strippers, which is I think they did a remastered version of this, so I'll be ordering that too also. So for right now, I have the two from another feature in this one entire disc, and I'll upgrade this to both Blu-rays. So next up we have Shadow Dead Riot, Tony Todd, aka Shadow, and the kick-ass Carla Green as Solitar, along with everybody else too also, which is another badass feature. Shriek Show gives this a 2 thumbs up. Says it's a icon of fright. Totally kick ass off its rockers, they say. And it is. The House on Tombstone Hill, which is one of my favorite, aka Dead Dudes in a House, which is also a reversible cover. But I like the first one, so I just kind of kept it. It's one of my favorites. All right, so next up we have the Summer Party Masker, which is my favorite. I remember I had this on VHS, and I used to roll that thing so much it was ridiculous. And I like when he says pizza, the pizza here, and the guys falls on the ground, and all of a sudden they run around and shit. And then the music is just like, what the holy hell? Russ Thorne is a bastard. I mean, he really did kick their ass. And then he turned around and kicked his ass. So yeah. It kind of reminded me of this one feature, which I'll bring out in just a second. But it was kind of like the same way. Mother's Day. That's what it kind of reminded me of, because it was like she was scared of one of the ones that's supposed to be coming out to get her, but kind of found out she wasn't. Well, she was out there, but you know, it was just a little bit weird how it's creepy. Then you see the stalking, and then you see them running around. I mean, this traditional way of how you do a slaughter slasher, where you get a lot of kids in one area, and you pick them off one by one. But this guy, I mean, he really did really pretty good, especially when he cut the phone lines. You know, I thought that was really, really funny. Summer Party Masker. Also do have Summer Party Masker 2 also. All right, so next up we have The Children. Now, The Children is going to be rolling tonight. I'm going to do a double feature with The Children and I Drink Your Blood. It's going to be a double feature combo pack. Now, this is a double feature too also. I'm going to set this up, beautifully done by Vinegar Syndrome. I'll be ordering the poster for this too also. I have this on the wall for The Children. And this is a combo pack. Let me show you guys on the inside. And it contains the Blu-ray and DVD. And yes, it is reversible. So what I did is I already reversed it already because I had this one on here first. I had that as a cover artwork first. Well, this is The Children in green. And then I changed it to the one that you see on the left-hand side of The Children. That's pretty cool. I changed it to this cover here. So this is going to be rolling tonight, along with I Drink Your Blood and I Eat Your Skin. And then we're going to move over to Bloody Birthday, which is also going to be rolling. So it's going to be a massive feature for tonight. But I love The Children. This is one of my all-time favorite films. I believe Jerry Gross did this one. ultimate favorite, the children. So if the children, I always do a double feature. I do the children with Bloody Birthday. So these two will be a double feature. And they will be a double, it's actually going to be a double feature tonight. So these two are going to roll tonight. It's a double feature. But we have Bloody Birthday. This is not a combo pack. This is just the Blu-ray. It's briefly done by Earl. Special contents, all that kind of good stuff. This is another one of my favorites too also. Bloody Birthday. And I think it is reversible artwork. Let's see. Yes, it is reversible artwork. But it's just a picture of the cake. That's all. I'll show you what the artwork looks like. It's just a picture of the cake. And I was like, well, I kind of like the teddy bear, you know, a little bit more better. Because this is basically a picture of the cake. So let me get this out, guys. Well, that's just a picture of a cake anyway. All right, so let's try it again. It's pretty much got it already set up. So this is what that cover looks like. As a reversible artwork cover. It looks like that. So I didn't kind of want that one. I like the cake. I mean, you know, I like the teddy bear with the cake. And so I just left it that way. But it does have reversible artwork for y'all guys who don't have it yet. It's beautifully done by Earl. Nice transfer. And it's my double feature. Bloody Birthday. Beautifully done. And again, I'll show those again. That's what's going to be the double feature for tonight. All right, so moving right along, guys. And we have Grandmother's House, which is another one of my favorites too also. It's beautifully badass. And I believe that this is a combo pack too. Where you have the DVD and Blu-ray. And it's also reversible artwork. And so it's beautifully done. Yeah, so excellent. My Grandmother's House. Definitely one of my favorites. All right, so next up we have Children of the Corn. And inside of here I have all the rest of the Children of the Corn too. Also, what I did is I just put everything in here and made one big ass Children of the Corn. So I got 666, Fields of Terror, The Gathering, The Harvest. All of them are inside of this one Children of the Corn. So I just like the Children of the Corn package. Really? Sounds like fucking Mad Max outside. The fuck? So yeah, Children of the Corn. And I was a huge fan of this. When I seen it for the first time, I rented it on VHS. And I checked it out and I was like, wow, this is so badass. Stephen King, I don't even like a lot of his movies, but this is one of the ones particularly I liked. The Children of the Corn series. Predominantly because it had a good storyline behind it where, you know, they wanted to take over. And then when I saw 666, I knew that it was over with. Isaac was going to kick his ass. Rob Zombie. The Devil's Rejects. House of a Thousand Corpses. One of my other favorites. Rest in peace to Sid Haig. He's one of my favorites. We got Otis and Baby holding it down. Next up we have Sleepwear Camp, which is a Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. I did reverse the artwork on this too also. So it does have the reversible artwork. And the reversible. So you gotta have Sleepwear Camp. And next up, we have Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is not one of my favorites. This is the Blu-ray. It's not a reversible artwork. But yeah. And I have this hooked up with, I think I have it with, actually this right here. I'll bring them all out and show you, which I do have those hooked up with. So I normally have them together with these features here. These how I normally have them. So I'll do Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Then I'll do the Stuff. And then I'll do another one of my favorites, Night of the Lepus. And then I'll do Slithers. So all this would be one main wheel predominantly. So I'll show y'all guys some of the artwork on the back. I like that retro artwork on the back where it's just like it's all, you know, in the color gambit stage. And I remember when this first came out too also. We went to the video store and I seen the advertisement on the shelf for it. And I was like, what are the chances this will be good? You know, these kids go around drinking marshmallow shit that's kind of poisonous and, you know, it end up being the stuff. And, you know, you got to get it out of your house. And I'm like, oh, this is, let me check it out. And I actually liked it. And there it was, the stuff. Like I say, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Everybody kind of grew up on Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And it was like the all-time featured film wheel that you would kind of want to have in your lineup. These two alone started off the double feature because it was like these two rode together and then these two rode together. So that's how it started as the feature wheel. So you had Slithers and Night of the Lepus. And then you had Killer Clowns from Outer Space and the Stuff. And they were last month's double feature. And you had Roy Calhoun playing in here. It's pretty badass. And then you had these two as features. I love double features. Double features are pretty much a badass to me, especially the way how I watch movies. I always kind of like to pair them up, like the drive-in. This is the reason why I started this channel. And if you guys are on my Facebook, go to Turn From The Basement and check me out. And feel free to subscribe and leave me a comment. That's my official site for my media channel on Facebook. But on YouTube, it is PopCorn and Gore Gothic Grindhouse. So don't forget, guys, click that like button and subscribe if you like what I do. And leave me some comments below, and let's talk about some movies. Double feature wheel. All right, so next up we have Silent Night, Deadly Night, which rode this year for Christmas. So Billy was home again this year. And then we had Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. I've got a present for you. So he rode twice this year. Because Billy was nice. Looks like you get to see him again after all, Billy. And sure enough, it was the shit. So Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1 and Part 2. And it also rolls with another feature too. Also, I threw in Black Christmas. So basically all three of these were the one that pretty much rolled this year for my Christmas lineup. All right, so next up we have Buddyman Masker. I like Buddyman. Buddyman's the truth. Buddyman kicks ass, and Buddyman takes no prisoners. And I fucks with Buddyman. And I'm so enlightened that the director took the time to focus on the character of the bunny and decided to give him a chainsaw because he was a fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre anyway. And I think that it kind of complemented the bunny because you got an overall bunny, a guy in a big ass bunny suit with a big ass chainsaw, which with the chainsaw was kind of medium anyway, but did have some good gore kill counts. And the guy who played Bunny Man, his name was Joshua Lang. He did a bang up good job as playing Bunny Man. And then the guy who also played his uncle, which is the one right there you see with the shotgun. You mean to tell me you spelled that sign right? He always was too badass too. And then the two girls who came in contact with Bunny Man was also badass. The whole damn cast was badass. And there was. And there's also Bunny Man 1, 2, 3. This is part 2. So yeah, Buddyman Masker. Inspired by true events. And next up, another one of my favorite features, Trailer Park of Terror. Tell them Norma sent you. And this is the unrated edition. And it comes with both editions. It comes with the rated edition and the unrated edition. And it's got on a picture Roach there. And somebody's been getting in my pop feel. Boom. It's pretty badass. You gotta watch it for yourself. And if you don't watch it, he said he'll shoot you dead. He said this is the best thing since Texas Chainsaw Massacre, since Night of the Living Dead, since all of them. He says you got to tune in to Terror, because why? He said you're going to watch the Trailer Park of Terror. And don't forget, tell him Norma sent you. This is my favorite feature right here. I love this goddamn shit. It was cool. Pretty badass. Trailer Park of Terror. And next up, the one who needs no introduction, Phantasm 5 movie disc collection. And it's all of them inside here. Ravager, Oblivion, Lord of the Dead, the original, all of them right here. The entire collection. Boy! Gotta have it. Angus Grimm was one of my favorites. When the first time I saw this, it was totally badass. Phantasm. It's all in your mind. Like hell it is. Next up, the Friday 13th, which I rolled this for Friday 13th, so it was happy birthday to Jason. I did a tribute to him. Every year I do a tribute to Friday 13th, and these are the only ones that I roll for Friday 13th because I don't pretty much like the rest of them. I only like just the first 5. So yeah, Friday 13th. So it was Jason's birthday, and I celebrated really good with a tribute. And I bring this out every year for his birthday when it comes out. Friday 13th. And next up we have Cannibal Girls, which is another one of my favorites. And they even got the little bell in there, so when you hear the bell, you know that murder is about to occur. And it's made for people who are squeamish and kind of they hate to see scenes of such erotic behavior, so they allow you to bell, so that way you can turn around and be a punk. But I like it. It's a talented Eugene Levy. And I like all the girls too also. And then the artwork is bad too also on the inside. It's not reversible, but I do love the artwork on the inside. Well, actually, it is reversible. I'm sorry. It is reversible. I never did thought to reverse it because I kind of like the first beginning. So yeah, it is reversible. Let's turn that disc around. Yep. It's pretty much badass. I like it. And there's the back. So yeah. Cannibal Girls. So that's one of my badass features. And then next up we have the Corpse Grinders. I do also have the Corpse Grinders too also. I have a lot of films by Ted V. Michaels. And I'm a huge fan of his work. And I pretty much have almost all of his films. You guys check out my reviews from the last time when I did a Ultimate Ted V. Michaels collection where I had them all out. And y'all guys refer to that. But yeah. The Corpse Grinders. I had a member on my page from my Facebook page, and she jumped on my page. She said that the guy that was in here that played Harry was her grandfather, and we had a nice little conversation about that too. Also, so it's kind of like it's nice that my fans are also the ones who parents were in this movie. So it was pretty cool. So the guy who played Harry in this one was her grandfather, and I believe no, it's not him. But yeah, he's in here, and it's so badass. And like I said, I'm a huge Tevye Michaels fan, and here's Tevye Michaels here. Yep, the Corpse Grinders, and I also do them as a double featured wheel too. Also, so I would have Cannibal Girls and the Corpse Grinders, along with several other features too, also that I will have out. So I'll leave these out because I'm going to do a feature on them in just a second from my ending result. I'll show y'all guys what I'm talking about. Because it was Messiah of Evil too, also. So we got next up, we got Malatesta's Carnival of Blood, which is another one of my favorites too, also. So one of my badass features. And then we also have Carnival of Blood and The Undertaker and His Pals, the gruesome beyond belief Grindhouse Double Shock Show, which is another one of my favorites too, also. So I said a guy right there, he was funny. How come you never order any meat? It's just lettuce and fruits and vegetables. Who's your supplier? He goes, I always order fresh meat. I go, yeah, well, I don't see any. Well, I don't have to tell you anything. We got a private distributor, that's all. And he goes in and he gets fucking killed. He goes in there and that's what he sees. Yeah, that's my shit right here. And then taking his pals and Carnival of Blood. I like that Carnival of Blood. That shit was like the truth right there. That's why I always do a double feature with these two. So that's why I'm leaving them out, guys, because these are my double features. And then also, along with my Night of the Living Dead, I always play the 12 featured Zombie Fest Pest. And these are the Zombies Unbrained. And inside, they do have all of these as featured. Carnival of Souls, which I'm going to be upgrading to Blu-ray, by the way. Just to show y'all guys what's on here. Horde of Zombies is also one of my favorites. I'll be getting that too, also separate. Yeah, guys. That's the ultimate feature. And then we have another one of my featured lineup. So we have the Old Dark House. I had reviewed this too. Also, guys, y'all guys check out my review that I did on the Old Dark House. This is one of my favorites. I'm a huge fan of this feature. And I did the artwork again, so I'll do the same thing again. I'll show y'all what the artwork is, and we'll briefly go over the box and show y'all about Carl Levy. All right, guys, so this is a Region 2 Blu-ray. So you have to have a Region 2 player to play this. And so far I haven't gotten this yet on our region, Region 1, so I'll be getting that once it comes out. But I had to have it because I didn't want it to be where I didn't get a chance to get it, so I just opted to just get the shit anyway. Just give me the shit, as long as I have it, because this is my favorite film. And I'll briefly go over the booklet with y'all to show y'all about this. And here's Koloff. And yes, I am a fan of this. Because it's like on this channel, everybody's kind of like watching what everybody's reviewing. And they're like, oh, I'm not saying this because if you don't have them. I'm like, I'm not here for what you like. I'm here for what I like. So guys, if y'all are pretty much not interested in what I have, then just don't subscribe to my channel. It's as simple as that. Stay on your own channel. Because I had one guy, because he didn't like this particular movie, he's not going to review it on his channel. I was like, what the hell with you? This is exactly what's going on now. That's all that's going on this damn YouTube. Everybody's biting off everybody. Everybody wants to see what they're doing so they can do the opposite and steal your ideas. This is a bunch of dumb shit on this bitch. So yeah, just notice that on my channel you're going to see real movies, because if it wasn't for movies like this, who are the first movies, by the way, you wouldn't have the movies that you have, all these other features for later years. So 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s are the golden years for horror, for those who don't understand what real horror is, or real directors. I'm a damn director myself, so I understand what's going on. I grew up watching these, just like everybody else grew up watching these movies. And everybody had some kind of monster or figurine or poster on the wall of their favorite character from the vintage horror collection. So you have to understand that. So, yeah, I just had to get that out there, guys, because I hate when people try to steal your ideas and bite off what you're doing. So, guys, check out my review on entirely what I did on the Mill Creek Entertainment Collection. And I did a monster review, too, also. So this is Koloff again. And there's her right there. I thought this shot was so badass. This is my favorite shot of her outside of the jail cell. And she's trying to bring him kind of closer, because he's the butler anyway. So he's just trying to, he's just a mute and doesn't do anything. And this is the all-time favorite shot when he came to the door, when they were banging on the door, because they were travelers and they got stuck in the mud and had to stay the night in this house, well, this castle. And then inhabited by this castle is him and this other guy who was upstairs, who was a crazy guy. He's a madman, he says. And they had to lock him in his room because he likes to set the place on fire. And there's them coming through the door. Nice good close-up of him with her. It's pretty much badass. And it's my favorite choice. And I must admit, she was wearing the hell out of that gown. I like the one that they had on her. I mean, it was just nice. And then this is the same lady who played in Frankenstein too, also, because she was the one who was running around talking about, I seen them, you're going to be murdered in your bed. He's like, oh, go home. So I hope you all be murdered in your bed. So yeah, she's in all of them anyway. Most of the characters from the other early 50s and 60s, when it comes to he normally brings them all and uses them as the same characters in that film. So Bride of Frankenstein, she was in also. And there's the grandmother. She's upstairs locked in her room. So she told them to, since they were stragglers in there and the strangers, that who was the madman in the house, and for them to leave the house. And that's when he had to bring him downstairs. This was kind of weird. And this is the guy who ran up there who actually knocked him the hell out, and he came running back downstairs. He's, go back up there and get him. He's, I'm not going back up. You go get the lamp. And he's running back and forth up and down the steps. So that was kind of really funny. Yeah, some more close-up shot of it. And plus, I always thought that she was cute. So I thought that was pretty hot. And these are the posters. And I think that these posters were all around the world, that you were seeing them on the wall. So there's another close-up shot too also. I'm going to get this poster, or this one, and put it on my wall too also, because I'll have that next on my wall. So if I can get lucky, I get a shot of a poster of Gloria Stewart too also. I have this about a lot of Boris Karloff movies. When it comes to classics, I have a lot of classic things. Y'all guys check out my review if I did all the classics up. And y'all see what I had everything hooked up with double features and all. And I do have silent films too also. I start from the 1920s. And I have a huge amount of films. And my favorite out of the whole one bunch was The Unholy Three. I go way back in features. And I like the fact that they contain the artwork inside of here too also, which is pretty cool. So I believe that's it. So there it is, Old Dark House. This will give y'all guys a taste of what's going on. And to tell y'all more about, and this is a combo pack, Region 2, by the way. So you have Blu-ray and you have DVD. And this is a James Whale production. And it's one of my favorite features. It's called Lemmy Presents. It's my all-time favorite. Alright guys, so next up we have Blackenstein, briefly done by Severin. One of my favorites too also. And next up we have the Gene Roland section, which is my favorite too also, A Shiver of a Vampire. I'm a huge Gene Roland fan, and I pretty much have all of his films. Well, besides one. I don't have Vampire Girl. I don't think I have that. I have to check the book to find out too which ones I don't have. Requiem for a Vampire, which is my favorite. And next up, we have Terror, One Step Beyond Horror, another one of my favorites. Gotta have this. This is like the ultimate. And next up, we have Vampires, which is my favorite. Totally badass. So thank y'all guys for checking me out. As always, click that like button and subscribe to my channel. And this will be tonight's double feature. The Children and Bloody Birthday is going to roll tonight. It's my double feature wheel. And I hope y'all guys pretty much have a nice time watching y'all guys meter. And thank y'all for subscribing and liking what I do. And thank everybody for just taking the time to check out my channel. Don't forget, if you're on Facebook, check out my channel. Don't pretty much forget to check out the other media that I do have on this YouTube channel. But if you're on my Facebook channel, check me out at Terror from the Basement. On this channel, it's PopCorn and Gore. So I thank y'all guys for checking me out. And don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. And I like what I do. And it all helps the channel out. And like I said, I'm a huge Night of the Living Dead fan. For y'all guys who already know me, this will be our revisiting video. This will be my 2023 update for my horror. And I just wanted to thank y'all guys for checking me out. And like I said again, this will be the double feature for tonight. And yeah. Yep. So thank y'all guys. And as always, keep collecting. And then guys, collect what you like, and don't pretty much feed into all that other other foolishness and all that kind of good stuff. So, because I don't know what's going on. Everybody's kind of just out here just trying to see what everybody else is collecting. Like, do you? You'd be better off, well, the world would be better off if you just do that. So yeah, thank y'all guys for checking me out, and this has been a long, lengthy 2023 horror collection watch list for this year. And then I do have tons of other media that I'm going to be watching. So far we went through the entire list over here of our media that I did have out on the floor section. So I'll be adding other media too also. But this is just one shelf on the shelf of 5 shelves that I do have for horror. So I'll be bringing the rest out as soon as I get them all organized. But so far, the shelf's up and everything has been organized nice and neatly. But yeah, thank y'all guys for checking me out and liking what I do. See you next time. Peace.